Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. The Evocati have yet another patch to play with, so let us take a look at the patch notes for Alpha 3.15c. As always, a huge thank you to all of my patrons and channel members, in particular to my latest channel member Gypsy and my latest patron Stormcat, plus to Citizen Battle for upping your pledge. It is all very much appreciated. So for the Alpha 3.15.0c build, testing focus remains the same as before with the inventory, healing and statuses, hospitals, the A2 bombs and Orison version 2. For new features though, they have now brought in loot generation tier 0, which says the addition of containers into the PU that players will be able to find. These are systemically generated containers that are crates, lockers and boxes that contain loot throughout the world. The contents of the boxes are dynamically generated with random amounts and types of items depending on the location, and these can be found in locations such as underground facilities and security post Korea. So I do wonder if there will be any other locations we can find these, as the devs working on them did mention a little while back that they are going to be found in derelicts as well, so space derelicts and ground derelicts. Either way, it is nice to see loot is finally in the PU, and although it's likely going to be just weapons and armors and items that we can already buy in the verse, it will still be a nice addition and make up for all the items we lose to pirates. For gameplay, they have added initial item filtering to inventory screens, which is definitely going to be a huge help. They've updated the default joystick profile for the Thrustmaster Warthog HOTAS and pedals, T16000M single dual and throttle, T-Flight HOTAS X, VKB Gladiator NXT Premium Duals, and VKB SCG Premium Duals as well. So nice to see they are continuing to improve the profiling for pretty much most of the peripherals that we use. And finally, in ships and vehicles, they have adjusted auto gimbal slew rate and smoothness to be more usable. So, for this build there are 10 more bug fixes, again mostly referring to 3.15 specifically, so I won't run through them all, but there are a few that I feel are worth mentioning, just because they do shine a little bit more context into what to expect for a certain feature. Firstly, elevator doors should no longer open until the elevator inside has properly streamed in. Hopefully this will reduce the number of elevator deaths and calamities. I also saw a bug fix which says raising a player's blood drug level over 50 should now correctly set you as a hostile to them. So very happy to see that there is a counter to the BDL trolling. I guess as a medic in game you will need to ensure that when you do administer drugs that you are doing it carefully, and I suppose not going above 50%. I'm not sure how that's going to work if players do require more drugs, but it does sound like they have actually thought about this, which is great to hear, and it does kind of give me with a bit more confidence that things may be a bit more granular than just black and white. Also, we should be able to stack purchased stackable items in our inventory, and purchased cargo, it says, should now correctly appear in the ship's inventory. So I guess if we buy commodities in 3.15, are we going to be able to see them in the ship's inventory as well as in the cargo bay? Can we do anything with them? I'm not entirely sure how this is going to play out in the PU in 3.15, but hopefully it will make commodity trading a bit more viable. Now there has also been 10 client crashes fixed, 8 server crashes fixed, and further performance passes to reduce delays on swapping character items. That was obviously a bit of a problem with the original Mobiglass PMA, is the delay in swapping items, so hopefully with this drag drop option it will be pretty much instantaneous. Now there are still 24 known issues, which CIG are working to resolve. Again, I'll leave these out for now as hopefully they will be resolved before we get to play 3.15, but I have linked the patch notes in the description below should you want to see what they are for yourself. So nice to see regular patches releasing, and with 3.15c specifically, it wasn't taken down a few hours after release, which is a great sign that things are beginning to smooth out. And I suppose the big question is really just when will it roll out to the other waves like wave 1, 2, 3, open and eventually live. Now, as with any new patch, it is all very dependable on how stable each patch and wave goes, and with it being the third Evocati patch, I would certainly not expect it anytime soon. Also, with CitizenCon coming up, I suspect they would want to hold on to the build to release it around the time of CitizenCon. if the build is stable enough, of course, which is a big if. Either way, I will continue to cover the leaked patch notes, and if you do enjoy my videos, please consider subscribing. Also, if you want to talk more about Star Citizen, you're all more than welcome over at twitch.tv/supermacbrothers. Hit the thumbs up if you don't mind, it does the channel a big favour, and tick that notification bell if you would like to be notified when my videos go live. Again, huge thank you to my patrons and channel members and to my new members. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.